new normal will look like, it's called hyper online. Hyper online. What does hyper online mean, brother? To be flocking now in the internet. It used to be that before this ECQ happened, we were heading towards a hyper online world. Naturally, organically, we knew we would get there, but slowly. But because of this pandemic, did you know that we were forced and we were pushed to this hyper online world by 10 years in advance? Nowadays, everybody is online, and look around you. Now, Lolo is using GCash and PayMaya and PayPal. Lola is now using FaceTime and Zoom and doing TikTok videos. Both of them are shopping online, and it's because people are now starting to see the benefit of what this thing called online is. And so what do you need to do? Okay, you need to do two things. You need to rethink and you need to reskill. Sorry, it's not rethink. It's to retool. Sorry, that's it. You need to retool and you need to reskill. In other words, you need to learn this thing about the internet. I know that some of us, this includes me, okay? Some of us are very frightened with technical stuff. We don't like learning new things. You reach a certain age and things don't come in anymore. But that's just because it's a habit. If you create a habit of learning, just like Brother Mo, you will continue to hunger and digest and chew on new knowledge again and again and again. And this is what I'm learning over the course of a few weeks. It used to be that I used to think that, okay, a lot of the builders are doing vlogs, okay? They're putting out online material, they're blessing people. And I used to think, honestly, that because I had a ministry in PICC and it was so big, I used to think this way. Well, I don't need to put out a vlog because people hear me every single Sunday in PICC anyway. I get to talk to people, I get to minister to people. But then when this ECQ happened, now I have no choice because I cannot simply go out to do coffee dates with people. I can't meet with them one-on-one. Now, what did I do? I started a vlog. I know I'm a late bloomer. I started a vlog. I did it in YouTube. I did it on Instagram. By the way, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, same name, Brother Audee Raza. That's just a shameless plug-in. But anyway, I started this because I have no choice. I now have to do an online evangelization just like the other preachers and builders are doing. So this thing is forcing us to go online to learn new stuff, and I'm still learning as I speak. I'm still learning how to navigate the camera in such a good angle, how to edit. I don't even have subtitles, but eventually I will get there. But I should never stop, just like you. Never ever stop from learning, never stop from growing. Okay? Another example, because of this whole ECQ thing, there is now this new term in the medical industry called telemedicine. Have you heard about that? Or some people call it virtual health, where doctors can actually consult with you, or you can consult with a doctor without having to go to an actual clinic. Now, why is this? It's because the doctors don't have a choice. People who are not that sick will not go to a hospital that has a lot of sick people because they're afraid now of contracting any serious illness. So they have no choice. My brother-in-law actually is a doctor, and he's already been doing this for many weeks. Even Didoy, the builder of Feast Noah, who is also a doctor, he's been doing this. And so if you think that this is where the industry is going, you need to think along those lines. How can I now offer my products and my services online, okay, in the online world? In fact, many companies, even up till this day, a lot of companies have already made some decisions, and they've released it to the press. They've said it in the online world, that after this ECQ is lifted, some of them will still maintain a portion of their workforce working at home. Because they have witnessed that, hey, there's actually more productivity. Now, I know some of you will differ on this, okay? But hear me out first. There is so much productivity now at home simply because I don't have to spend 5 hours in traffic, and I can use those 5 hours learning something new or connecting with my family. You see what I'm talking about? Because I know that some of you might be thinking, yes, but Brother Audee, it's so crazy in my home. My kids are so messy. My wife is so loud. My husband is so demanding. I want to just go back to work and see my boss. But yeah, there are blessings in working at home because yes, you get to be with your family. Some of you have been praying to be at home when before this ECQ happened, and now that you're home, you're praying to be at work. Come on, make up your mind. But yeah, if you want to succeed and just be comfortable at home and build relationships with your family and do your business here, it's possible because now we're moving to a hyper online world. Okay, even corporate speaking for corporate speakers, if that's your job, now you have to move to this different platform. And some of us have been doing this. We're now doing Zoom meetings with corporate clients because this is where it's headed. All right. So I pray that you realize this breakthrough, this development that's happening. This is a new normal now that we've moved into a hyper online world. And I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm talking about now. We are already here. Okay. The sooner you jump on this bandwagon, the sooner you can learn how to prosper in this season, okay? Here's the second idea of a new normal. I know I'm taking a lot of time, okay, I'll be quick. Second idea of a new normal is called hyper delivery. Okay, hyper delivery. That actually speaks for itself already. The most successful people right now, if you think about it, these are the Grab delivery people. These are the Lala Move delivery guys, the couriers, right? The people who are delivering the goods. These people are so liquid. There was one time we saw a Grab personnel. He picked up my wife's goods. He was holding this thick wad of cash because of the collection that he had the whole day. And so they're so liquid. And, a lot of restaurants, especially now that all the restaurants are closed, right? No operations. The moment the restaurants are open, hear me out, okay? If you do this for a living, if this is your business, restaurants are now being said by the government that you're not going to be able to operate at 100% capacity. Why? Because of physical distancing. You need to have a few meters apart. And so a lot of people are also not thinking of going to the restaurants. I believe that the first people and the only people that will be in the restaurants after this ECQ, you want to know who? All the cooks in our house. All the wives, if they're the cooks, all the husbands, if they're the cooks, because they're so tired of cooking for us, right? They want to be pampered now by another cook. And so they're going to be the first people in the restaurants. But you know what? The way to survive now in this new normal is to simply do takeouts and do deliveries. That's how you do it. So think about this. How do I now transport and deliver my products and my services to all my clients? That's how you should be thinking now, okay? Hyper delivery. Here's the third thing. I'm about to finish in a bit. The third idea of this new normal is called hyper local. All right? Hyper local. Hyper local simply means that now we are reviving our local industry. Everything is now local. It's buy local, be local, spend local. It used to be that there was a time when, bartering all over the world was very much possible. And we would get all our products from China, from different parts of the world. But now, because we are on lockdown, and there's a stigma that if you get products from different countries, that might, you might be infected if the virus travels. Anyway, I don't know if that's proven, but anyway, there's so much fear. So now what's happening is that we are getting from our resources. We're getting from our agriculture. We're getting from our local farmers. And it's been amazing because I believe that as a country, we need to be able to subsist by ourselves. That's the ultimate goal. The reason why China is such a world power now, even from before, is because they did not need the world, the entire world, to give them resources. They could close their borders and they would survive. Because it's the other way around. They're the ones exporting. They're not importing. Because they established their economy so greatly that they supported all the local suppliers, all the local resources. And I think that's what we need to do. I love it that we're doing this. We call it boxes of hope, where we're giving a lot of poor families one box. In fact, we're going to do this in our feast. We're giving poor families. We give one box to a poor family that will feed them for a week. All right. The person in charge of doing this, his name is Junke. He operates in Bulacan. But let me just share this quickly. What he would do is he would buy fruits and vegetables, food from different farmers, supplies from different manufacturers, and he would put that in a box, and then it would go around. He would use that for families. And so what it's doing, it's promoting the local industry. That's what we need to focus on.